Okay, we'll begin the class. Last class we have discussed about different types of controllers and its necessity, that is P, PI, PID controllers. Today we will discuss compensators. There is still another topic that is left out in PI controller, how to design the parameters using Zeiger-Nichols tuning, and one or two problems may come from that part that I will discuss in a 1 hour period. So this compensator problem requires a long time to solve, so I am starting compensator today. You know that control system in our first unit we have defined it properly, and you know that it is actually designed to meet some perform, or it is designed to meet some specific tasks for a particular system. So if you want to specify the requirements of a control system, it is done in two ways, either by using time domain or by using a frequency domain. Yeah, again, we are going to discuss compensator topic today because the problem may take a long time to solve. So I am starting compensator today. And we all know that control system, as per proper definition, it is designed to perform some particular task for a particular system. So the requirements of any control system, it is given in two ways. Okay, one is this time domain and another one is frequency domain. In terms of these two specifications, only the requirements of a control system is specified actually. So if you want a system to perform in a particular manner, then the specifications will be specified either in time domain method or in frequency domain method. Accordingly, we will design the control system. So if it is to be a time domain aspect, then the performance specifications that will be specified are percentage MP, settling time, and zeta. Zeta, you know that it is damping ratio. So in these three terms only, the performance specifications in time domain will be specified. Suppose if in the problem statement, if it is specified in terms of zeta or percentage MP, then you will be usually going for root locus method to design the compensator. But I think in your syllabus root locus method of plotting is not included. So let me check it up with the coordinator again, and if it is included means I will teach you root locus based time domain design. Suppose on the other hand, if the performance specifications are to be specified in terms of frequency domain, then there are so many factors in with the help of which the specifications will be given. Like in case of phase margin they will give, gain margin they will give, peak overshoot they will give, sorry, resonant peak, this one is not peak overshoot, this is resonant peak they will give, bandwidth they will give, steady state error they will give. Suppose if they give kv, kp, ka, these are all velocity error constant, position error constant, and acceleration error constant. Suppose if you want a system to perform in a particular manner in terms of frequency domain specifications, then you will be usually using a Bode plot to do the design of a compensator. So in today's class we are going to discuss about frequency domain based design only. So in the problem statement they will be giving you ESS, they will be giving you the position or velocity or acceleration error constant, they will specify you what will be the desired margin that is expected from the system's side. So in order to satisfy all this criterion, you will be applying Bode plot to design the compensator. That is what you are going to do now. So first thing, if it is a simple system, suppose if you want to adjust some parameter in that system, then first thing that you will do is you will adjust the value of the gain. But if you go on increasing the value of the gain, you already know that continuously increasing the gain will result to the system's instability. That is why people do not use, or designers do not continuously increase or work with the gain. They go for the design of compensator. So if you want to properly define a compensator, it is nothing but an extra element or extra device or component that is actually included into the original system to alter its system behavior to meet the desired specifications. So this is the actual definition that people or designer they give for compensator. So there will be an original system. To that original system, you are going to add up an extra element or a device or a component that is called as a compensator. So by adding this extra element, we will be able to alter the system behavior and you will be able to make the system to meet the desired specification. Like I've told you, if you want the system to meet a particular value of phase margin, if you want the system to settle at a particular time, then all these things can be achieved by adding that extra component into the original system. So thereby you will be able to adjust the system behavior. So this is how you will be defining the term compensator. Next, you will move on to what are the different ways of compensation that you are having. Basic methods are two. One is series compensation. Second one is parallel or feedback compensation. So these are the two types of compensation that you are having. So let us discuss in terms of block diagram what is the difference between the series compensation and feedback compensation. You know this is the block diagrammatic representation, and the G of S here is your original system, actual system. Okay, and it is a negative feedback system. H of S is your feedback transfer function. So to this original system you are adding an extra component here. So GC of S is your compensator that you are adding up extra, and it is added in what manner? It is added in series combination with this system. Okay, in consideration, that is why it is called as a series compensator. So this is how we will be representing figuratively a series compensator. You are going to add up GC of S, that is your compensator, in series or cascade with the existing system. That is why it is called as a series compensator. But on the other hand, if you are going to design a feedback compensator or a parallel compensator, then the block diagram representation will be changed like this. Again, G1 of S, G2 of S, H1, H of S, all the blocks that are given in blue color, they represent the original system, existing system, to which now you are adding up an extra element here in form of GC of S. That is your compensator again. And if you see to the manner in which it is being connected to the existing system, it is connected in parallel or it is connected in the feedback side. So that is why it is called as a parallel or feedback compensator. So this is general way of classifying a compensator. One is series compensator and the other one is parallel compensator. So here, as you can see in the diagram that I have circled, this is your compensator transfer function that is being added in parallel or feedback path with the existing system. Suppose if it is a series compensator, means this is your compensator that is actually connected in a series manner with the existing system. That is why it is called as a series compensator or cascade compensator. Now next thing is, in what all ways you can implement this compensator. So you can have an electrical compensator, or you can have an electronic compensator, or you can have a hydraulic compensator, or you can have a pneumatic compensator or a mechanical compensator. So many different possibilities are there. But your syllabus includes only electronic and electrical type of compensators that you usually use for project control and all. So if you want to do this type of implementation, then there are three methods that are possible. Already we have did one experiment based upon these compensators. So if you are to implement compensator, then in electrical or using electrical or electronic components, and there are three ways in which you can do that. One is by adopting a lag compensator method, or by using a lead compensator method, or by using a combination, that is lag lead compensator. So in this unit we will be learning how to design all these compensators in frequency domain when frequency domain specifications are given by using a Bode plot approach. Next thing you need to know is, under what condition will you be using a lead compensator, under what condition will you be preferring a lag compensator. So simple thing is, when you are having a greater than type 2 system or type 2 system, greater than or equal to type 2 system, you assume. Suppose if the system is having S into S plus 2 into S squared. So this is a type 2 system. So whenever you are having a system like this, then the system is having a high chance of becoming unstable. So in that case, you will be needing to first increase the stability. You make it stable, then only you will be going for meeting the desired specification. So in order to achieve these two things, you usually prefer a lead compensator. But on the other hand, when the system is having less than type 1, okay, any type of compensator you can use. It can be a lag compensator, it can be a lag lead compensator, or you can use a combination. But whenever the system's type is going greater than or equal to 2, means you should use a lead compensator. Next, how you can equate lag compensator, or what are the various features of a lag compensator we are going to discuss. And I have told already in my lab class that this lag compensator is also equivalent to a low pass filter. This is an important MCQ question. Lag compensator is equivalent to a low pass filter, and as the name suggests, it will be giving you a phase lag. At the output side, you will be having a phase lag when you are referring it with the input. So between input and output, there will be a phase lag. And the main feature of this lag compensator is it will be improving the steady state performance. Okay, it will be improving the steady state performance. There are two types of analysis that we will be making. One is transient and the other one is steady state. So suppose if you want to improve the low frequency range, the low frequency range only you will be able to get the steady state results. So if you want to make considerable improvement in the steady state performance, then you will be usually going for the lag compensator. But the problems that are associated with the lag compensator is it will be reducing the bandwidth. Okay, bandwidth will be reduced, because of which the transient response will be slowed down. Plus it will be shifting the gain crossover frequency to a lower value, so that acceptable phase margin is achieved. So these are the various features of the lag compensator. Again, I am telling you one important question that might be coming in MCQ is lag compensator is equivalent to what type of filter? So lag compensator is equivalent to low pass filter. Okay, and it improves the steady state performance, but it affects the transient response, because it will be reducing the bandwidth, so it will slow down the transient response. Plus, in order to achieve the desirable phase margin, it will shift the gain crossover frequency to a lower value. So these are the general features of the lag compensator. Okay, next if you move on to the features of a lead compensator, both are opposite, lag and lead. If lag is improving steady state performance, this lead will be improving transient performance, that is high frequency range. Okay, it will be improving transient performance. Next thing that you need to know is, today we will try to solve one problem, how to design a lag compensator. On problem we will be discussing. Before we do that, some derivation and some formula that is required for problem solution we need to discuss. So the first thing that you have to learn out is how the pole zero plot of a lag compensator will look like. So this is how the pole zero plot of a lag compensator will look like. This might be coming in your 4 mark. Next thing is, what is the transfer function of a lag compensator? That is also an important MCQ. And as you can see from this is an S plane in which you are observing one pole here and one 0 here. So 0 will be equivalent to 1 by T and pole will be equivalent to 1 by beta T. And if you see which is located very close to the origin, the pole is located very close to the origin. For a lead compensator, the role play will reverse. Okay, so this is pole zero plot of a lag compensator. The next thing is how you can do your general transfer function representation for this lag compensator. If you want to write the transfer function of a lag compensator in a general way, so the general formula is this one. Again, as I told you in lab, this question is very important. Alpha, beta parameters are interchangeably used in different books. So here I am using in Nagurukani, they have used beta. So I am using this notation for representing the transfer function of a lag compensator. It is equivalent to S plus 1 by T divided by S plus 1 by beta T. And this you are equating to the general pole zero format. This is your pole zero representation. ZC is your 0 and pole is your PC. So if you equate these two equations, ZC will be equivalent to 1 by T and PC will be equivalent to 1 by beta T. And if you compare, T will be greater than 0, beta T will also be greater than 0. Because of this only, the pole is located very close to the origin. Again, this lag compensator pole zero plot is important. How to represent the transfer function, that is also important. All these questions might be asked in MCQ. There's one more thing that you have to know about is electrical equalization, electrical network realization. Sometimes, rarely, they won't give problem. Instead of giving problem, they will ask you realize this lag compensator by means of an electrical network and derive some equations like that they will ask. So I am telling you that the lag compensator is also equivalent to a low pass filter. So in terms of a low pass filter, electrical equivalent, you will be able to realize a lag compensator. And you have to prove that this low pass filter is also equivalent to a lag compensator by means of equating the final equations to the general transfer function representation. From that, you will draw the frequency response plot, you will observe the magnitude, you will observe the phase plot, and it will derive some formula that is required for problem solution that you will discuss now. Okay, and final summary I am giving you again. Now you are discussing about compensator. Compensator is nothing but into the existing system. Let us consider this is an existing system. To the existing system, you will be adding an extra element. This is your extra element. In the form of compensator, you will add either in the series form or in the feedback, you will be adding up. Okay, accordingly, you will be having series or feedback compensation. Okay, the reason for this addition is you want the system to perform in a desired way. Okay, you want the system to perform in a desired way, like for example, if you want it to have a particular value of phase margin, or if you want it to have a particular value of steady state error, if you want it to have a particular value of velocity error constant or kp or ka, if you want it to have a particular value of percentage overshoot, if you want it to have a particular value of zeta, then you will be usually including an extra element. Okay, suppose if these two parameters are given, then you will be usually using root locus because it's the time domain plot. And if these parameters are included in the problem, generally you will go for Bode plot approach, that is frequency domain approach. And the types of compensators are three: lag, lead, and lag lead. And lag is equivalent to LPF and lead is equivalent to HPF, that you need to know, plus how to draw the pole zero plot. This is your pole zero plot. This is your minus 1 by beta t. This is your minus 1 by t. This is a pole zero plot of a lag compensator. And the transfer function in the general form is s plus 1 by t divided by s plus 1 by beta t. Next thing is how to realize it in electrical network, you need to discuss. Okay, that will discuss now. I am hoping all are grasping the concept.
Ma'am, little slow, ma'am.
Today I am going slow only.
No, ma'am.
Then you have to answer me when I am asking question.
Yes, ma'am.
But you understood what is the necessity of compensator? Ah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Get a
What are the
desired
different
output.
what are the different types of compensator? Tell me.
Lag and lead.
Lead
Lag lead.
lag and lead lag.
Okay, what is equivalent for a low pass filter? It will improve steady state or transient.
Ma'am, what, ma'am?
It is equivalent to what type of filter? Lag compensator. What are the various features?
Lag is low pass
Equivalent to
filter.
low pass filter, and
Yes, ma'am.
phase lag is between output and input and improves steady
So
state performance.
comparing a transient and steady state, what performance improvement will it give? It will improve
Steady.
transient performance, steady state. Okay, that you have to remember. Okay. Now, how to realize the lag compensator by means of an electrical network, that you have to discuss. As I told you again, sometimes they will skip a problem. They will ask you theory part. That is rare. Rarely they will ask. Out of 5 times, they may ask it one time. Okay, so you should be prepared to write this theory part also. So I told you that this lag compensator is also equivalent to LPF. So if you refer to the circuit, it is also equivalent to LPF. So you can realize lag compensator by using the circuit that you are going to prove now by deriving the transfer function for this electrical system. So you know how to do that. The output parameter here is E naught of S. The input parameter here is EA of S, between which you are going to take the ratio. and you are going to equate that to s plus 1 by t divided by s plus 1 by beta t, and you are going to prove that both are equivalent. That is what you are going to do. So how will you do that? By voltage division you can do. Okay, I want the ratio between E naught of S divided by EA of S. That is what I want. So E naught of S is the voltage across this branch, parallel branch. So this will be equivalent to R2 plus 1 by SE. Okay, then divided by EA of S, if you see, means it is the voltage across these all combination. So R1 plus R2 plus 1 by SC. So this you have to solve it further and simplify it, and then you will be getting the ratio for E naught of S to EA of S. As I am using voltage division rule only, for this electrical network, I am going to take the ratio between the output voltage to the input voltage. That will give you transfer function for this electrical system. Again, I am telling you E naught of S is the ratio between these parallel terms R2 plus 1 by SC. EA of S is the voltage across R1, R2, 1 by SC. On that basis, I have got this equation. Now I need to simplify it further. Okay. So I am taking, as usual, LCM I am taking for this equation. So if I am taking equation, it will become SCR2 plus 1 divided by SCR1 plus R2 plus 1. That SC will get cancelled. Okay, finally, you will be having this one, this equation. From the numerator, I will be taking CR2 out, and from the denominator, I will be taking CR1 plus R2 out. Okay, I will be taking CR2 from the numerator and CR1 plus R2 out from the denominator. That I will do it. So here they have taken those terms out. Now CC will get cut. Okay. Now I will rewrite the equation, simplify this R2 in the numerator. There is an R2, this CC will get cut. This R2 I am bringing it to the denominator, so it will be turned like this. So now this equation I am going to equate it to the general form, that is S plus 1 by T divided by S plus 1 by beta T. Now I am going to compare the terms. If I am comparing, what will be T and what will be beta? You are to tell me. That way you are proving that this electrical network is equivalent to a lag compensator. What is T and what is beta?
T is equals to
Ma'am, R
This
square
term,
C
T is
is
this
T.
term
R2 C.
you equate.
1 by
What
R
is
square C
T?
is T.
T is equal to
R
T
R2,
is
square T,
R2 C.
R2T, R2C.
R2T.
C.
Similarly, next thing is you have to equate this beta T to this term and tell me what is beta.
Beta is equals to R1 plus R2 by
Beta is equal to,
R2.
you can see, beta is
R1
equal to
plus
R1
R2
plus R2 divided by
by
R2.
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 Okay, that is how you are telling that this lag compensator is equivalent to what type of filter?
Low pass filter.
Low pass filter. The circuit is an equivalent for low pass filter. Okay, so the thing is proved. Okay, next. This part is over. Next, you need to learn out how that phase lag happens here. So if you see to the Bode plot that you are going to draw, if you are seeing to the Bode plot that you are going to draw, you can see one picture in the slide. That is your Bode plot for a lag compensator. So as indicated in the phase angle side, are you able to visualize that phase lag? There is a phase lag or phase lead.
Ma'am, lag
This
by minus 20
Lag,
seconds.
lag.
This phi m is the phase lag that is being contributed by that lag compensator. Okay, so you need to know how that phi m happens, at what frequency it happens, what is omega m, all those things, and plus what is the nature of this magnitude plot, how you got that, all these things you have to derive. So let's see to how they are doing that. Okay. So you already know this is the general transfer function representation for any lag compensator. Now I am taking LCM. So after taking LCM, this will be the equation. Now beta factor is actually a gain. Suppose if I don't want that gain, I will multiply 1 by beta. Okay, and I will cancel out that gain. So in this case, this will become attenuation. So by adding one attenuation, I will be able to cancel out the gain that I may do. Okay, if I do that, the 1 by beta will get cancelled. So finally, you will be having this equation only. So that equation I am going to transform into magnitude part and angle part. So you know how to write. So how will you write 1 square plus omega t whole square, real part square divided by plus
Divided
imaginary part square, 1 plus omega beta t the whole square. This is my magnitude. Suppose if you want to write on the angle, what is the angle representation?
minus
Angle
tan
is also
inverse
given.
omega t.
Tan inverse of omega t minus tan inverse of omega beta t. So this is my magnitude part modulus. This is my angle part. Okay. Now I need to substitute different values for omega. Then I will be able to get the variation of the magnitude and the variation of the phase angle as well. So let us discuss how that happens. Before that, you need to determine the corner frequency. So what are the two corner frequencies? How many corner frequencies are you having for the system?
Ma'am, 2 corner frequency.
What are the two corner frequencies? You can see
By
here corner
beta t and
frequency number one is 1 by beta t. Corner frequency number 2 is
1
1
by
by
t.
t. So two corner frequencies you are having. And this is your gain in dB. That is why you multiply 20 log there. Now first case if you see means you are going to consider both omega t as well as omega bt less than 1. Okay, both omega t and omega beta t less than 1 you are going to consider. So what will happen to the gain? First case, you are going to consider this in your equation. So if omega t is less than 1, if you compare these two, which can you eliminate easily? Which will be greater and which will be less?
Ma'am, 1
Already
will be
told you,
greater.
omega t is less than 1. So if you compare 1 and omega t, which you can eliminate from the system?
Omega t.
Omega t you can eliminate. So omega t you can eliminate here. And omega beta t is also given less than 1. So if you compare these two, what can you eliminate?
Omega beta t.
Omega beta t you can eliminate. So finally if you are writing the gain,
20
it will
log.
be equivalent to 1 by 1. So what is the answer for 20 log 1?
20 log.
What is 20 log 1? Answer is also given no here.
20 log
What
1.
is 20 log 1? Is
0.
equal to 0. Okay, so first case you are having 0. The curve starts from 0. Okay, 0 dB. This is the first case. Next case is second case. You are considering omega t less than 1. Okay, so if you are doing that, this omega t will be getting cancelled. But if you see to this, omega beta t is greater than 1, so you cannot nullify it. 1, you have to cut it here. Okay, so if you do that, the gain will be 20 log. Okay, 1 divided by omega square beta square t square, the whole square root and square root will get cancelled. So the formula for gain in this case will be what?
20 log 1 by omega beta t.
Leader log.
Second gain for the second case.
20 log 1 by omega bt.
Omega beta t.
20 log 1 by omega bt. So case number 3. Okay, when both omega t and omega bt are greater than 1. So if you substitute that, that 1 will be eliminated. So what will be the gain that you will be having here? 20 log omega t
Omega t by
divided by
omega beta
omega
t.
beta t. So omega t will get cancelled. So what is the gain for the third case? 20 log
20 log by
1
beta.
by beta you will get. Okay, so three values you have considered. Based upon that only we will be discussing how the magnitude is varying. Okay, so you can see yourself, this is your magnitude plot that you have obtained from all these three cases only. So initial value of dB is what?
0.
0. Okay, then it has a minus 20 dB per decade because of the pole. Okay, and then for which final gain value is 20 log 1 by beta. Okay, so because of that only you are having this magnitude variation. So Swaraj, you keep your mic mute when you are not speaking. Okay, next thing is you need to know how that phase lag happens. For that you have to use the phase angle expression. So you know what is the phase angle expression? What is the phase angle expression that you got? Tan inverse of omega t minus tan inverse of omega beta t. That is the phase angle that you got from that equation. Now you are going to substitute two cases of omega. What are the two cases that you have substituted? When omega is equal to 0, omega is equal to infinity, what is the phase angle that you have to tell me? That is also given in the slide itself. So what is the phase value? Just you are going to substitute in this formula omega is equal to 0 and omega is equal to infinity. So tan inverse of 0 minus tan inverse of 0 is what? Phi is 0. That's
0,
the
0.
case. Both cases it will be 0 only. So because of that particular reason only, when omega is equal to 0, this is where omega will tend to be infinity and here omega will be equivalent to 0. Both cases you are having the phase angle 0. Okay, next omega m you need to know. At omega only, m only that phase lag happens at this point. So how that becomes 1 by t square root of beta that you have to discuss. For that one formula is there. You know what is the corner frequency number 1, corner frequency number 2. You multiply and take the square root. That will be giving your frequency at phase lag. So what is the value that you are getting? At what point that phase lag happens? This is the corresponding frequency. So what is the value of the frequency? This also might be asked in MCQs. So what is omega m at which the phase lag happens?
1 by t
1
root
by
beta.
t into square root of beta.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be asked in MCQs. Okay, so this finishes off that formula part. Next, two more formula you have to discuss that I will try to finish off quickly, then we will proceed to the problem. Okay, there is a formula that you have to learn for beta that we will discuss on phi m that we need to know. Okay, so now this is your angle expression. This is your angle expression that you have got phi. Now you are going to differentiate that phi and you are going to determine the maximum phase value. So usual procedure for determining maximum phase value is you derive it with respect to omega and you equate it to 0. So that way if we are doing the derivation by using this formula that is boxed up, d divided by d theta tan inverse of theta is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus theta square. That formula only will be using up. Okay. This formula d phi divided by d omega. So for this you are going to differentiate d phi divided by d omega. So there is a tan inverse here. So tan inverse of theta is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus theta squared. So theta is omega t and omega beta t. So that's why this equation came up. Okay. Alright. This equation you are going to equate it to 0. Thereby only you will be able to get the maximum value. So if you do that and if you simplify, then also you will be getting the maximum value of phase angle. Corresponding frequency will be equivalent to 1 by t into square root of beta. Already we have derived this one, omega c1 omega c2. Same way, another way of deriving that they were given here. Next thing is what is phi. That is very important. So if you want to derive 5, again this is your phase angle that you are having for the system. So you are taking tan on both sides, tan of phi that you are going to take, and in order to solve this you are going to again use this formula that we have already discussed during Mn circle. Same formula you will apply it, right? And then you will be substituting omega m values, that is equivalent to 1 by t square root of beta t. Then you are finally finding out phi m. So if you do that, what is the value of phi m that you are getting? This also might be asked in MCQs. So remember all those formulas, even though if you are not asked to derive, they will ask you the formula. So what is the formula for phi m? Phi m is equal to tan
1
inverse of 1 minus beta divided by 2 into square root of beta. And omega m formula also you have to remember. What is the formula? 1 divided by t square root of beta. These two might be asked in MCQs. Okay. Now with this, if you are drawing a triangle, right angle triangle, okay, you know the formula for this phi m. Okay, if you tan phi m will be equivalent to 1 minus beta divided by 2 beta square root of beta. You know what is tan? Tan is given by, I think, opposite divided by adjacent. So if you use that to frame a right angle triangle, this is your opposite side, this is your opposite side, this is your adjacent side, and if you take this sum, you will be getting the hypotenuse. So from which you are deriving the formula for sine phi m. Okay, and from that you will derive out beta, and beta formula sometimes is important. Okay, so what is the beta formula that we are having? 1 minus, again this also might be asked in 2 mark question. What is the formula for omega m? What is the formula for phi m? And what is the formula for beta? So what is the formula for beta? 1 minus
Sine phi m by 1 plus sine phi
1
m.
minus sine phi m divided by 1 plus sine phi m. Okay, so with this the theory part is over. Okay, rarely they ask this derivation, but still you should be able to solve it. Okay, how to realize the lag compensator by using an electrical network, how to derive the transfer function for it, then what are the formulae for omega m, then phi m and beta. Okay, then now we will solve some problem. I'm hoping all are having on similar graph sheet with you. Okay, ma'am. And take down the problem. This problem we'll try to solve. Most probably, if you are able to finish, you will finish. Otherwise, you will continue in the next class. Okay, what's given in the question?
A unity feedback system has an open loop transfer function g of s.
Other than Swaraj, nobody is listening, I think so. So, a unity feedback system has an open loop transfer function. What is the open loop transfer function that is given?
G of s is equal to k of s by
This is your, this is
k
your
by
open loop transfer function. G of s is equal to k divided by s into 1 plus 2s.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and for which they have asked you to design what compensator?
Ma'am, lag compensator.
Lag compensator, and they've given some specifications. Okay, specifications, you remember I told you a system when you want it to have some certain specifications, then only you are going for the addition of compensator. So what specifications are given here? Carefully you
Phase
have to
margin
read.
is given
You
and
want the system to have the phase margin of 40 degree. Originally it might be having a some other value, but you want it to have now 40 degree. Then what else is given?
40 steady state
They
error
have
for
given
ramp
ramp
input
input,
is less
okay, and
than
for
zero
which the steady
point
state error is less than or equal to zero point 0.2 they have given.
0.2.
Okay, so for this specification, you are to design the lag compensator. By adding that lag compensator, you will be able to achieve gamma is equal to 40 degree and ESS will be kept less than zero point 0.2. Okay, so these are gamma is frequency domain specification or time domain?
Ma'am,
Frequency.
Frequency. Okay, when it comes to settling time, rise time, delay time, percentage overshoot, zeta, all those things are time domain specifications. If those are given in the problem means you will go for root locus. Okay, but here they have given gamma. Gamma or gain crossover frequency or gain margin if they give means you have to go for body plot approach. Okay, remember this. Now we will proceed. There are some 6 or 7 steps that are involved. So first step, as you can see, what are you supposed to do in your first step?
Calculate the gain.
Calculate the gain. So in order to do the gain, here in the original transfer function, they have given k divided by, what is the function?
S
S
plus
into
1 by
s plus
1.
1. So you don't know the value of the k. So you need to first calculate the value of that gain. So
Ma'am,
that
1
is
plus
your
2s. S into 1 plus 2s.
okay, 1 plus 2 yes. Okay, so this was the original OLTF. Alright. But for which k is unknown to you, first you need to calculate the gain. Then only you will be drawing the Bode plot of the uncompensated system. Okay, so how to calculate the value of the gain is the question. So for that they have given one data, that is ESS is less than or equal to zero point 0.2 they have given, and the ramp input is specified, for which the corresponding constant is position or acceleration or ramp sorry velocity. You've known three static error constants Kp,
Veloc
Kv, Ka. Ramp input means velocity error constant. Okay, ramp is specified means velocity error constant you have to give. Okay, step is specified means position error constant you will find. Parabolic means you will determine acceleration error constant. So for this problem, ramp input is specified, so you need to determine Kv. And what is the formula for determining Kv? And how is Kv and ESS related? All these things you studied in
1
second
by
unit.
ESS. KV equals
ESS
to
is
1
equal to 1 divided by 1 plus Kp. ESS is equal to 1 by Kv. ESS is equal to 1 by Ka. So here you will be using this formula. Okay, so use that formula and tell me what is your Kv. ESS is less than or equal to zero point 0.2, which is equivalent to 1 by Kv. So Kv is
5.
equal to 1 divided by zero point 0.2. So what is the answer for Kv?
5.
5. Okay, so 5. That's what they have done here, 5. Okay. But still you don't know K. So Kv general formula is there. Limit S tending to 0. What is the formula for velocity as a constant? That is also there in the slide. Already we have discussed in second unit. Limit S tending to 0. S. Sorry.
S
GFS
of
is
0.
position. So what's the formula? Limit S tending to 0. S into GFS
G
into
of S into H of S.
H of S. So you know what is H of S? What is H of S? 1
Unity
because
feedback,
unity
so 1.
feedback system. So S into K divided by 1 plus 2S into S. So that SS will get cancelled, and you will be substituting that limit. So this is actually equivalent to 5 that you have just determined. So what is the final value of K now? We are getting now. K is equal to KV is equal to what value?
5.
5. That's what they have done. Say from the steady state error, again using the steady state error and velocity error constant relationship, they have found out Kv. Okay, and Kv is given by this general formula. So that they have did it, and they have found out K to be equivalent to what value? I lost
KV.
my internet connection. Okay, wait, let it reconnect. That is your first step actually. So what is your first step now? Tell me again.
Now the first step is to calculate the gain and to calculate
Always for or no matter whatever may be the compensator, always first step will be to determine the value of the gain only. Okay, and one more, two more things I will ask. Suppose if they give gamma, ESS, KV, then what plot will you use for designing the compensator?
Bode plot.
Bode plot. Suppose on the other hand, if they give you zeta, percentage MP, then what plot will you use?
root locus.
Root locus. Okay, I think root locus is not in your syllabus. Anyways, I will check there. I will check it again. Okay, I'll try to reconnect. You're able to see the slide that I'm showing. Slide you are able to see.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I move on then?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm not able to see my own presentation. That's why I'm asking you people. So that finishes off first step. First step is again calculation of gain. So what is your second step? Tell me. Second step.
Bode plot.
You need to now draw the Bode plot for the uncompensated system. Still you have not designed the compensator. Okay, only K value you have calculated. So now using that K value, you know that K divided by S into 1 plus 2S is the given system. So in this K will be substituted as 5. Now you have got 5 divided by S into 1 plus 2S, for which you will be obtaining the Bode plot. You know how to draw the Bode plot. So what is the first step for drawing the Bode plot?
Substitute S is equal to j omega.
First check whether the form is in time constant or pole zero form. So it is in time constant or pole zero form.
Time constant.
Time
Ma'am, we
constant form. So
convert
all
into
this is a time constant 1 plus st format only. So it is in time constant form. So that is checked. Next you need to substitute s is equal to j omega. So you have substituted j omega. What is the corner frequency? How many number you are getting?
1
1.
means
So
by
what is the
2.
corner frequency that you are having? This is your one first order factor in the denominator, for which you are calculating omega c means 1 divided by 2 you will get. So what is the corner frequency that you are getting? You are not
Ma'am,
able to
please
hear me?
repeat, ma'am.
0.5,
Yeah, ma'am, 0.5.
0.5 radians per second. So what is your next step after finding out corner frequency? You know how to draw body plot and all, that is not new to you. So tell me quickly.
Slope, change in slope,
Yes,
and
you need to form
magnitude
the
and phase.
table. You need to form the table. Okay. So what are the things that you have to represent in the table? You need
Corner
to choose one,
is slope and change in slope.
two extra frequencies you have to choose. That is next. Okay. So what will be the first term that you will be tabulating in the table?
Integral or derivative term.
Yeah, so what term is in your formula? Formula is 5
5 by
divided
j
by j
omega.
omega into 1 plus 2 j omega. So what factor is there? 5 divided by j omega. So that will be added up as a first term. So the second term is 1 divided by 1 plus 2 j omega, that is given second. So again in the second column we will be tabulating corner frequencies in increasing order. The next table you have to denote its corresponding slope. So first term s is in the denominator. So what will be the nature of the slope? Minus 20 or plus 20? Order is 5. So what
Minus
is the
20.
slope? Minus
Minus 2.
20. Okay, and second term is also in the denominator. What, again it is also a first order. So what is the slope here?
Minus 20.
Minus 20. Now how will you calculate the change in slope? Just you will sum it. Okay. So initial slope is minus 20. Next slope is minus 20, minus 20. So what is the next slope that you're having? Minus 40. Okay, so this is how you will do the next step. The next step is you need to find out A at omega L, A at omega C, A at omega H. Omega C you have already calculated, that is 0.5, but you don't know omega L and omega H, that you have to choose. Okay, one less than omega C and one greater than omega C. Let's see what values they have chosen for this problem. So they have chosen omega L is equal to what value and omega H is equal to what value. You can choose your own value, but it should be less and greater. That's the criteria. So what value they have chosen for omega L?
0.1.
0.1 they have chosen, and omega H is chosen to be
10.
10 radians per second. So you know next thing is you need to calculate the value of gain. So first up to first corner frequencies, the gain will be contributed by the first term only. So what is the first term that you are having? 5 j omega. So 20 log 5 divided by omega. So that will be the formula that you will be using up to first corner frequency. So using that, you have calculated A at omega is equal to 0.1 as 34 dB. And this is the corner frequency, that is zero point 0.5. So if you substitute that zero point 0.5 here, you will be getting 20 dB. And from 1, the formula will be changing a little bit. So what is the formula that will be having? Slope from the previous frequency to present frequency. So the previous frequency is this one. The corner frequency, present frequency is the higher frequency into log of omega h divided by omega c plus the previous gain. So if you do this, finally, if you refer to the tabular column, the slope that you are having, change in slope is minus 40. So minus 40 into log of the present frequency that you have chosen is 10 divided by previous frequency is 0.5, and the gain that you got it previously is plus 20. So if you do that, the final gain will be minus 32. So with this you will be drawing what plot? Magnitude plot or a phase plot? Omega is equal to zero point 0.1, the gain value is 34. Omega is equal to 0.5, the gain value is 20. Omega is equal to 10, the gain value is minus 32. So with this you will be plotting modulus of j omega or angle.
Modulus.
Modulus. Okay, so that you will do it, and after that you need to calculate the phase angle values also. So what is the formula for phase angle? Given transfer function g of j omega is again equivalent to 5 divided by j omega into 1 plus 2 j omega. So if you want to take the angle will be phi is equal to 0 minus 90 minus tan inverse of 2 omega. So this is the phase angle representation that you are having. So in which you will be substituting different values of omega here. Then you will be calculating what is phase, okay, and you will tabulate it. So by substituting omega 0.1, 0.5, 1, 5, 10, the phase angle values they have got it as minus 1, all are negative, ranging from 101 to 177. So with these two you have to draw the Bode plot. Now all of you try Bode plot and tell me what is the phase margin that you are having for the uncompensated. Will you try or shall I continue? Only if you do, then if you tell me the answer, then only it will be easy. Suppose if I go on rubbishing means, then you will not understand anything. Will you try it out or shall I do this time? It's your decision. No answer from your side.
Ma'am, we will try, ma'am.
I will give you 5 minutes. Okay, you try it out and tell me what is the phase margin that you are getting for this uncompensated. You need to remember that it is an uncompensated system. Still, you have not designed the compensator. You have to draw this phase, take the phase values, draw the phase plot, and take these values and draw the magnitude plot and tell me what is gamma. For an uncompensated system, you need to determine that. That is your third step. I will show you the graph. Okay. Like this, you have to get the graph. From this graph, you need to know what is phase margin. You calculate it and tell me. How many of you are doing, how many of you are not doing, I don't know. How many of you are trying?
Yes, ma'am.
Others in class also you try it out. This is the reason why I am telling that Bode plot concept is very, very important, because already you have learnt this in third unit. Now in this unit also, all the problems you will use Bode plot. Lag, lead, everything you will do Bode plot. When it comes to lead compensated, double Bode plot you will draw. And draw the Bode plot like shown. Just I will check out the values of gain that I have got. 34, 34, 20 minus 32. Okay. I will check out this. 34, 20 and minus 32. So accordingly, we will take the scale. 34, what are the gain values? 34, 20 and minus 32. So this is for 0.1, this is for 0.5, this is for 100 or 10, 10. Okay, so for point 1 34. So let us assume this is my point 1, this is my 1 radian per second, and it will go on. So at point 1 you can see this is a 30 marker. So this is my point A, which where the gain is 34 dB. Next comes my 1 radian per second, for which sorry, not 1 radian, that is 0.5. So this is my point 5, point 5. Okay, where the gain is 20. So here I am having 20. So 20 I am marking. Next, final gain is minus 32. That happens at 10. So this is my 1. This is my 10. So gain here should be minus 32. So let me check. This is minus 30. Okay, this is minus 32. Okay, next I have to use a scale to join all these points. Let me do that. So using a scale, I will draw this.
Ma'am, what point did you
Uh,
take for minus 32 corresponding point?
That is 10 radian, no? Omega h.
Yes, ma'am.
10. Like this. Again I'm drawing. I just use a scale to join it. Okay, and mark the slope. Initial value of slope is minus 20. And this is minus 20 and minus 40. So this is my magnitude plot. Again for an uncompensated system. Okay, same way. Next thing is then you have to use the values. Okay, somebody tabulate the values. Okay, I will ask you for drawing phase plot. Have you taken down the value?
One minute,
Somebody?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
When I ask you, tell me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All the others should also try. Then only we'll learn something. So many data we will be taking from the body plot only for the designing compensator. I've taken on the values for us. Let I
Yes,
move.
ma'am.
Shall I
Yes, ma'am.
move?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let me draw the phase plot. All the values are negative. Okay, it's ranging from minus 1 or 2, 1 to what the value?
Ma'am, from minus 101 to minus 177.
Minus 1 or 1 to
Minus 177.
so on not 100 they have started and 170, 180 they have stopped. Okay, accordingly you have to take scale for 5. What are the phase angles? What is omega n? What is the value? Omega point 1. What is the value of the phase angle? Minus 101, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So here you will be having minus 101. So corresponding to this is point 1. So they have got 1 point. Okay. What is the next value? Point 0.5, ah?
Point 5.
Point 0.5, what is the value?
Minus 135.
This is minus 130. Half the value will be minus 135. So this is my 135. This is minus 101. Okay, then for 1 they have calculated.
Minus 153.
153. Next, this is my 150. Here around I will have 153. Let me erase a little. I think here 153. Then what is the next value?
5
I think
minus
5
174.
radian and 10 radian. What is the value?
Minus 174 and minus 177.
Okay, so like this you have to plot and you have to connect it by using scale or rough. Rough means you have to do it properly. Scale is better. Okay, okay, draw it. Just I'm connecting all the points. Okay, like this you have to write this one as phase plot of the uncompensated system, from which you have to determine the Phase margin. So what is the formula for phase margin? You have written test. What is the formula for phase margin? Gamma is equal to
Ma'am, 1 by
180 plus
G.
5GC.
180
What
plus
is 5?
5C, 5GC.
5GC is the phase angular gain crossover frequency. What is gain crossover
Gain
frequency? Where the gain
Gain
180.
cross
is?
and
Where the
180.
gain
the
is?
J omega GC.
Not 180. Where the gain
Zero.
is? 0.
Zero or
Okay.
one.
So this is where you are having 0 dB. Just extend it so that it hits the magnitude plot and extend it downwards so that it hits the phase plot. Then you have to note down what is the corresponding phi value. So what is the value that you are getting from your graph? That is around minus 162 they have given. So if you substitute that in the formula for 180 minus 162, what is the answer for gamma that you are getting? What is the answer that you are getting? 180 minus 162.
18.
18. Okay, so 18. But now comes the question. Okay, what phase margin they have asked for you to meet? Others should give me the answer. You have read the problem statement. Given problem is supposed to have what phase margin? Remember again, this is the
40.
phase
40.
margin that you are having. Okay, this is for an uncompensated system. Okay, now I'll clear the page. I will go to the problem section. You can see for yourself the face margin I have got is 18, but here they want the face margin to be equal to what value?
40.
40.
40. So you need a compensator or you do not want a compensator?
Yes,
Need a
ma'am. Yes.
compensator.
You need a compensator, so you should design. Okay, that is why they draw the Bode plot. Next step. Okay, let's move on to the next step now. Next thing is step. You need to fix up some phase margin now for the compensated system using some formula. Standard formula is there. So using that formula, you need to fix up the phase margin value. So for that formula that you have to use up is this formula. Okay, gamma n, that is your value that you are fixing up, that is given by gamma d, desired value plus some error or extra addition. Initial value of this will be 5 degree. Suppose if you are designing a compensator, if it is not satisfactory, then plus you will change it to 10. Still, if the compensator is not satisfactory, then you will change it to 15. But initial value is always 5 degree. Okay. So next step is you are going to choose a phase margin value for a compensated system using this formula. D omega gamma d is your desired value, that is 40 degree you want, and epsilon is initial value will be 5. Okay, so using that, what is the setup value that you are having?
18
What is
plus
the
5,
value?
23.
Not 18. 18 is unnecessary. What is the desired value that you want in the system? That is
40.
your 40. 40 plus 5. So what is the value that you are fixing up now for the compensated system?
45.
45 degree. Okay. So this is your next step. By using this gamma n is equal to gamma d plus epsilon, you need to fix up some phase margin for compensated system. That is your next step. Step number 3. Okay. Next, we will move on to step number 4. Okay. For that value that you have chosen, you need to determine what is phi GCN and then omega GCN. Okay. So what will be the formula? Tell me. Gamma is given by what formula? General formula 180 plus phi GCN. This is a new value for the compensated system. You are trying to find out the value. Now gamma n here. So what is phi GCN now? Gamma n is chosen to be 45 minus 180. So what is the value for phi GCN?
Minus 135.
Minus 135. That is your next step. So minus 135. In case if you are not able to follow in between, you ask me. Okay, this entire problem again 16 mark. Okay, only drawing the body plot of uncompensated system will not give you full mark. It will give you only 2 mark. Okay, so you should remember the remaining steps. All right. So first step after drawing body plot is what? You need to fix up some phase margin value by using what formula?
Yn equals to yd plus error.
Gamma d plus epsilon. Okay, epsilon initial value is some 5 degree will fix up. Okay. Next, for that fixed value will determine what is new value of phase angle at omega gc. Okay, so what is the value that you got? 135. Okay, now we will move to the graph. From the graph, for this 135, you will learn out what is omega. Okay, how many of you finished the graph? How many of you finished the graph?
I've
No?
drawn a rough graph.
Okay, so you understood the procedure, I'm assuming. This is the new value of 5GCN for the compensated system that is found out to be 135. Okay, now we will move on to the graph. From the graph only, you will determine for 135 what is your omega value. So where is your 135 you determine? Okay, 135 is around here. Okay, so for that you extend the line so that it meets your phase plot, and this is the point where that 135 is there. You extend the same to that omega. So what is your omega you have to find out. So this is point 1. So this is the point where that minus 135 hits. So what is your omega GCN now? This is your new value of omega GCN. This is point 1 and 1 means this will be 0.5. So omega GCN new value is 0.5 radians per second. That you are getting from graph. Okay. Understood this step, everybody? What about the rest who are silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the next step that you are going to do. Next, we will move on to the next step. Okay, that point is over. From graph, you got what value? 0.5 radians per second. That is corresponding to minus 135. From body plot, you have determined that. Okay, next you need to design the compensator. Okay, lag compensator you are going to design. Just one more thing you have to design. What is the gain at that omega GCN also you have to find. So omega GCN is 0.5. Let us see to that also. Okay, so this is your plot where omega GCN was this value 0.5. That was our omega GCN. For that, this is the point gain. What is the corresponding gain you have to find? So what is the corresponding gain that you are having corresponding to this point? So that value is 20 dB. Okay, the value that I have circled.
Yes, ma'am.
This point. Okay, so if you extend that point, what is the gain value?
20 dB.
20 dB. So A at that omega GCN value is 20 dB. That you have to equate it to 20 log beta, I think so. 20 log beta. And then you will find out beta value. Let us check it out. Because the transfer function is having what representation for lag? What is the transfer function representation for lag? Gc of s is equal to 1 plus
1
t
plus.
s plus 1 by t divided by s plus 1 by beta t na.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you need to know the unknown parameter. What are the unknown parameters here? I want to design this only. So I want to find out first t and what is beta I need to find. So for that only I am doing all these things. Okay. So that gain value that you have found out from the graph, that is 20 dB, that you are equating to what value?
20 log beta.
20 log beta. So from that beta I have to determine. So beta will be 10 to the power 20. So answer for beta will be 10. So beta is found out. Next, the unknown parameter is t that I have to find. So again, next step. Okay, 0 that is having one formula. You know that 0 is in the numerator 1 by t, that is given by what formula?
Omega GCN by 10.
Omega GCN by 2t. So from this you multiply 10 divided by omega GCN. So 10 divided by 0.5. So t will be obtained to be equivalent to what value? T is equal to 20. So now you got t is equal to 20, beta is equal to 10. You can easily substitute these two parameters in GC of S, and the design of the compensator is over. Okay, transfer function design of the compensator is over now. Next. Alright. So this is how they have done it. This is a gain that is found to be beta is equal to 10. Okay, and t they have substituted to be 20. So they have got 20s here. Okay, and this is beta into t, that is 10 into 20, so 200. So this is the transfer function design of the lag compensator. That is your next step. Next, you need to draw the open loop transfer function of the compensator system. So you know the original system is a negative feedback system. Given by what transfer function? This is what actually 5 divided by s into 1 plus 2s is your original system, for which you are trying to get the phase margin is equal to 40 degree. So this is your g of s original system, to which you are adding a compensator in a series. So this is a series compensator or a feedback compensator?
Series compensator.
Series compensator. Okay. So this was your original system that is given in the problem, for which you are trying to get 40 degree desired phase margin. So you are adding the designed compensator is added here. But I don't want the gain. Okay, 10 is my beta value. That gain I have to attenuate. So in order to attenuate that, I have added on 1 by beta. So if I add that, this 10 and 10 will get cancelled. Then I have to determine OLTF. OLTF, remember, not closed loop. So what is my OLTF? All the blocks are connected in what manner?
Series.
Series. So I have to just multiply these two, and I will be getting my OLTF. So if I do that, final OLTF is 5 into 1 plus 20s divided by s into 1 plus 2s into 1 plus 200s. That final formula that you can see that I am circling, that is your OLTF after multiplying all the three blocks and eliminating the gain factor. So this is your open loop transfer function, for which now I have to determine what is the phase margin. That is an easy concept. This is your last step. So I have to write down the phase angle. Okay, so what is the phase angle? First thing is I need to substitute s is equal to j omega. So what is the substitution that I would do? GC, the system is slow. So this is open loop. Okay, j omega if I get. So what is my j omega? 5 into 1 plus 20 j omega divided by j omega into 1 plus 200 j omega into 1 plus 2 j omega. So this is my function for which I want to write down the angle of g naught of j omega, that is open loop. So what is my value? 0 plus tan inverse of 20 omega minus 90 minus tan inverse of 200 omega minus tan inverse of 2 omega. So this is my phase angle expression. In place of omega, now we will substitute omega GCN, and then we will find out what is phi. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, so this is my phi GC naught that I am finding it out. So phi GC naught finally, after substituting omega GCN is equal to 0.5 everywhere, I have got phi GC O is equal to 140. Now gamma I have to substitute 180 plus 5 GCO. So 180 minus 140. So what is the final gamma that I am getting?
40.
So desired phase margin value is achieved or not? Compensator is okay or not?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Suppose by chance if this final value is not coming 40, if it is coming 30 degree, then what you should think summarizes that compensated design is not okay. Then you have to go for gamma n is equal to gamma d plus
10.
epsilon formula. In that, what do you need to do?
Now
The
it will
trial value
come.
now you need to fix a 10 and then you have to repeat all the steps, okay, till you get that 40 value, okay. But for you though that will not be the case, usually you will achieve. But this is how you will be designing. What type of compensator have you designed?
Large compensation.
Compensator. So what are the various steps that are involved? Step number one, you have to tell me apart from Swaraj and Akshat and others. You tell me what is your first step. You
Calculation
need
of
Phase margin of
calculation of
compensated
gain.
system.
They would have given ESS and KV. From that, you need to determine K. Okay, then step two, you need to substitute S equal to J omega, K is equal to that value, and you have to draw the Bode plot by adopting usual procedure for the uncompensated system. That is your step two. Then what will you do? What is your step three? Step three, you will find out gamma for the uncompensated system. But if it is undesirable means you will write that lag compensator is needed. Then you will proceed for step 4. That is you will fix up the value for gamma n by using what formula? Gamma n is equal to gamma d plus epsilon. This is your desired value that is asked in the problem plus trial value 5 you will put and you will fix up phase margin for the compensated system. Then what is your next step?
determine WGC
Uh,
omega GC.
Determine from the Bode plot. From the graph, you need to determine what is the new value of omega GCN, new value of phi GCN, and new value of A at omega GCN. Then you have to equate that A at omega GCN to 20 log beta, then you find out beta. Okay. Then how will you find out T? T is equal to T divided by omega GCN or omega GCN divided by T. You only noted down the formula, no? What is the formula?
Omega GCN by T.
This way you will find out T, then you will substitute T and beta in GC of S is equal to S plus 1 by T divided by S plus 1 by D, beta T formula. This is your transfer function for the lag compensator. Then you will draw the open loop transfer function. Okay. This diagram you have to draw and find out the open loop transfer function. Then again by using the angle formula, you have to determine what? Angle formula, you have to determine gamma. If that gamma is desired means okay, desired and compensator is okay. That is the procedural step that you have to follow for lag compensator. Okay, understood? Yes or no?
Yes,
One
ma'am.
more problem is there. This problem we try to solve. Okay, let me check. Some 20 minutes are there. Try to tell me what is the phase margin of the uncompensated system. Till that you can solve. What is given in the problem statement? What is the open loop transfer function that I have specified? K divided by S into S plus 4 into S plus 80. And what is the system that desired specification? Phase
33
margin
degree
should
lag.
be at least 33 degree and kV they have given it to be 30 second inverse. So find out K first and tell me the answer. First step is calculation of K. Tell me what is K. And then you draw the Bode plot of the uncompensated system. From the Bode plot, you tell me what is the phase margin. Remaining steps you can continue.
Ma'am, K
Aniket,
30
Aditi,
into 1.
what ma?
K equals to 30 into 1. 30 only.
Atia. K is 9600 there again. Do it properly. Aniket,
Yes, ma'am.
Aditi, Ajay and all trying or
Yes, ma'am.
simply sitting?
Trying.
Trying.
Anusha, Bharati, Brinda, Deepesh, Deepa Lakshmi, Deepesh sir, Deepesh sir, there or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you trying out the problem or not?
I'm trying, ma'am.
Satvik, Raj, Pushpesh, trying the problem. Soham,
Yes, ma'am. Trying.
Shrest, Mohan Kumar, Mohit. You know the formula for KV is equal to limit s tending to 0 s into g of s into h of s. Again, shall I do the problem? Display the problem k divided by s into s plus 4 into s plus 80. That is the formula for g of s. Have you got kv is equal to 9600? First step is easy always, calculation of gain part. Next Bode plot you try. Will you try out this problem? Shall we close the class early today?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But you have to show me the graph next time when you are coming. That should be a promise from your side.
Yes, ma'am.
If you promise, I will let you go early. See, tomorrow if possible, okay, I will combine lab class also along with theory and I will try to finish early. Okay, is it okay with you? I am having that 11 to 12 class now. With that itself, I will try to finish lab. Is that okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, in
Because,
lab class,
huh?
Ma'am, means
like,
you are telling that you won't take lab and you will compensate in that time only.
No, no, no. Theory I will take for 1 hour and I will continue the lab class that time itself and I will finish.
But ma'am, in between
Ma'am,
your
we have one period.
lab class, we have one period.
You are having class, huh?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
if
Ma'am,
that is
from
the case
1
means
to
I
2
cannot.
we have.
Oh, I am having 12 to 1 to 2. You are having class, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Open elective.
Okay, let me see. Okay, okay, ma. If you want means I will take one. If I am not taking for entire 1.5 hours, maybe possibly 1 hour or something, I will let you go. If it is okay with you, let me see tomorrow. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now all are trying the problem. Shall we close the class today early?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
But
Yes, ma'am.
you should promise that you should try out this problem. If you are promising me to try out and whoever I point out next class, if you are ready to show me the graph, we can close. Next class, I will teach you lead compensator. Is that okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then all can discuss. See, and those who did not submit the first 4 experiments, please submit. Okay, date for entry of mark is closing, and still I think so many people, 4 or 5 people have not submitted. If you want mark means I won't tell again. Your responsibility to submit. I cannot come to your home and ask for you to submit. That you remember. Okay, now I am closing the meet. We can discuss more.